for this eye block, which should be Fuzz,
and Nexus.
Okay. Okay. Are you familiar with these players?
No, both these players actually I'm not familiar with. But it's pretty good to know. I mean, this is a winner semi, so they're obviously very strong players.
Yeah, that's the thing with the game. As
and he's got the Lucario hoodie. Wow, that's pretty cool. Where do I get one of those?
maybe back there.
No, there's
a couple stores.
I actually kind of want to buy that. I'm gonna be okay. I was about to say I'm gonna be really upset if he's not a Lucario player though.
Yeah, I agree with that. I agree with that. He's got to commit. If he's wearing the hat, he's got to commit. We'll see.
I've never seen that hoodie before. That is awesome.
Is that a hoodie or is it just a beanie?
It's like a it's like a beanie basically.
Man, and it works with the headphones. So yeah, since Pokken is such an early game, it's not surprising to see two players that we don't know in winner semis.
That's awesome. That's the best thing I could hear all day. Honestly, I hope we get like people I've never heard of in like top 8.
Yeah, seriously, you know? I agree.
That just means we have more people putting in work the game.
Yeah, a lot. I mean, this is one of those games that you can definitely grind at home.
Yes,
thanks to the net play.
Yeah, the online play for this game is really, really great, and I think that's where a lot of the top players get a lot of their practice.
Definitely.
Next is the Charizard player versus Fuzz, Lucario. Okay, I think we saw this matchup earlier. I could be wrong about that, but both these characters very, very high damage output. Lucario, I'd say, has an easier time getting in, while Charizard probably has a smaller, like higher damage output.
So. Right. And there's that seismic toss that doesn't trigger the phase shift like we were saying earlier. And
I was just calling out that flight cancel. Go ahead.
Have you seen Charizard use his high stance thus far? Apparently it avoids grabs.
Yes, it can break grabs. I think it's very, very useful in the Chandelure matchups. You don't have to worry about Hex at all.
Right.
It's just high stance until you see a projectile coming. But and honestly, in most matchups, it's not too useful.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, because if you think your opponent's going to grab you, generally you want to counter attack instead.
Right.
I don't know. It really depends on the matchup.
Okay. Oh, yeah, that was a pretty unsafe Fennekin there.
That's kind of unfortunate.
You don't want to do that right in front of a Mega Charizard.
So a lot of people think, Fennekin's great. It's invuln on a wake up. The attack doesn't come out immediately, but it's, 1 HP remaining.
Wait, why?
I don't know, honestly.
What is going on?
But it doesn't seem to matter.
That was a raw
burst that he had enough health to survive it. What I was going to say, so a lot of people think they're safe when they call Fennekin because you have that frame 1 invuln. But, a lot of people don't know, even though the attack is out and active, you're still vulnerable inside of that Fennekin hitbox, so you can't get hit by burst attacks.
Yeah, usually your Pokemon's doing some kind of, like, taunting move while your support character
you're posing.
comes in.
You're posing.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know if you've ever seen Machamps. He actually poses.
Oh, yeah, he's, like, flexing, right? Straight flexing.
Fire Punch right through that Bone Rush.
To the air slash. Nice.
It's a fully charged homing attack, and my goodness, Nexus just had Fuzz's number that entire round.
Yeah, and he was ready to grab him, too, after.
Yeah.
I'm not done with you yet. Poor Lucario.
We gotta get Nexus like a Charizard hat or beanie, So
someone in the crowd throw him a Charizard beanie.
I know there's one. I saw one earlier.
There has to be. There has to be. Even before Pokken, I just see people walking around with Charizard hats and whatnot, so it's got to be there.
All right, so game number 2. Let's see if Nexus can make the proper adjustments.
And he's
I'm sorry, not Nexus. Let's see if Fuzz can make the proper adjustments.
Still opting for the Fennekin, though. Moga probably not the greatest against Charizard.
Yeah, this is probably... I don't know. Moga can be useful if you see Charizard flying. If there's a Charizard player who likes to fly from like mid to full screen. Fennekin doesn't seem as useful for this matchup.
I could see that.
But it's really personal preference. Right. Oh, that extreme speed going to punish. It's going to be a lot. Look at this damage. Look at this. Oh, goodness.
Seismic Toss. That's like a third of his health.
Yeah, Seismic Toss, critical hit.
Jeez.
So the characters who have really strong command throws, like Charizard or Machamp when he's bulked up, you gotta be really careful about using extreme speed or any attack like Wild Charge that can punish with a grab on block.
Right.
Because that crit damage is unbelievable.
That's a great way to avoid the orb that Lucario threw, just like stalling in the air like that, Charizard. Almost dashes away from the Fennekin. He had the right idea there.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, he didn't take too much damage from it, so it's not really a big deal.
Yeah.
But I don't know if that was actual punish on Flare Blitz, but he got the punish anyway, or he got the hit anyway and takes the round.
Man, that Fire Punch has been quite useful for him to get the face shift.
Yeah, Fire Punch is a great attack Charizard has. Really, really helps him with the problems he has getting in against certain characters, or just when you just want to be in. So you can cancel it into Flare Blitz, just makes it safe. So.
Right.
Into Reshiram. Reshiram doesn't see much use in field phase, honestly. From the distance that Fuzz was, he actually could have just sidestepped it, but you know, just blocking it's safe option also.
Gotcha. Huh. Oh, he could have charged that too, right? And then kind of mixed him up.
Both think they're gonna whiff. They're gonna whiff.
But
yeah,
the dash forward is a great way to get out of Charizard's Searing Blaze.
Yeah. So any attack that you have that, if you're next to Charizard, you have attack that moves you vertically. If you do it at the same time as the burst attack,
or horizontally.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, horizontally, you'll generally avoid the burst attack.
Yeah, that makes sense. It is kind of intimidating though. So
yeah, I know it's always scary. Ooh, Flamethrower gonna punish with a counterattack, and great adjustment by Fuzz to take game number 2.
Man, people are doing so well in the second game.
Almost like we've seen so many matches go to game 3, you know, after like a decisive game 1 win, and then we see like a decisive game 2 win from the other players. So
right.
I guess that really is a sign, a testament to how strong these players are, you know, adjusting and just playing a tournament.
And how much balance each of the characters have. You know, if he's approaching it in one way, he can just maybe try a different moveset or different moves in his current arsenal. And it seems to be working out for him.
I'm going to stick with Fennekin, even though I feel like Fennekin hasn't been putting in a lot of work for him. You know, it's gotten him out of like one situation.
Yeah, and it really has. Yeah, you're right. I think he could do better with his support, and that's a huge part of this game.
Okay, so on react, so a full screen Flare Blitz like that on reaction, you can just up Y, or you can like do extreme speed, for example.
Right.
I'm not sure why he's just opting to block it. From that distance, you should never ever use Flare Blitz. Oh, catching with that uppercut, blasting a Bone Rush.
Right. Oh, that was a great little mix-up. He does his counter, and then he cancels out of it into his Seismic Toss.
Yeah,
that's pretty sweet.
That was tricky. Oh, Seismic Toss out of the extreme speed. Great.
Man, you're right. That does so much, and he doesn't even trigger the phase shift.
Yeah, that's
the pain. And he regains all his health after that, or all his gray health.
We're just going to try and zone out Charizard. This is actually a viable strategy for Lucario.
Interesting.
Yeah, Lucario's Aura Sphere has great projectile priority and very fast, but this Seismic Toss is going to close out the round.
3 Seismic Tosses.
3 Seismic Tosses, and he won the round. That's all it takes, man.
Ash's Charizard only needs 1.
Alright, so next is 1 round away from winning this set of winner semis. Ooh, a little bit too far on the Seismic Toss.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
And wow.
He's going to go right into his burst attack on this.
He's probably going to hold it because it doesn't do that much more damage. It's good damage, but not that much more damage.
Oh, you're right. You're absolutely right.
Honestly, he doesn't get the full animation. So the thing about Fennekin and Umbreon, their actual attacks will cancel out some of the hits of Charizard's burst attack.
Okay.
And if he doesn't get enough hits, then he will not go into the animation.
I see. Okay, that's good to know.
A little bit less damage, but it's still pretty good damage.
Right.
Actually, it's a lot less damage, but it's still pretty good damage.
Right.
Oh, but what I was going to say, yeah, you can go into your burst attack from Seismic Toss, but honestly, sometimes it's more beneficial to not do it.
Yeah.
Because then you still have your burst attack. Your opponent is still afraid of your burst attack coming out.
You're absolutely right. I mean, he had the right idea, but like you said, just not enough hits of the burst attack came out on his Searing Blaze.
While we're talking about that, Fuzz able to close out that round.
Right.
And we're now in the final round, the final match between these two players.
Man, and it's winner semis, so...
Now, shout out to that side rage attack from Lucario. That attack is so hard to deal with for so many characters.
Nice. Good conversion.
Oh, yeah.
That seems relatively safe on shield, the flamethrower like that.
Yeah, if you're at a distance, you're pretty safe. If you do it right next to someone in their face, then it is punishable.
Gotcha.
Oh, extreme speed right through that Dragon Claw.
Huh. Oh, it caught him moving.
Press the button. Yes. This is going to do a lot of damage. He isn't flashing red health, so he does get that attack buff.
Oh, man.
Oh. I hope he uses Cresselia as soon as possible to... Yes, there it is.
Yeah.
He needs some health back.
This is kind of It's still in Lucario's favor because he's got the Mega Evolution now, so...
Oh, no, Nexus. All right, so Nexus really has one chance. Fire Punch. Oh, but the Fire Punch clashes.
What? Is it because of the properties of his Mega Evolution?
So if you do 2 attacks at the same, like 2 heavy attacks or 2 light attacks, if they hit on the same frame, they will clash, and that's what we saw there. The Fire Punch.
Even with Fire Punch?
Yes, any attack can do it. It's crazy.
Wow, wow.
Oh, man. So it looked like he had the Fire Punch, guaranteed because he had eaten some attacks with its counter properties, but he ends up clashing with whatever hit that Fuzz was doing.
Right.
And kind of put himself in a bad situation afterwards. Fuzz ends up taking that set. Oof.
Man.
Yeah, the crowd is hyped too. He has some supporters.
That was down to the wire.
That was absolutely down to the wire.
Jeez.
All right, so some great play from all of our players so far. And this play looks very familiar. I don't